into Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. It's a beautiful night for the Sunday Night Showcase. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
Coming your way next. And starting in this one, Brandon Pfaadt. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Pfaadt getting his 20th start of the year, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed.
There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Up the middle, Perdomo. Fires to first in time. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. And one guy who's been great for them, Masyn Winn.
This guy's been a very consistent performer at the plate this year. Top 5 in batting average in the National League. And I tell you what, you got to be good, but you also have to be a little bit lucky. And he's been both, spraying balls all over the yard.
The 1-1. Hard hit left side. Throw on to Santana. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Digging in, Masyn Winn. 2 down, nobody on. Smoked into left, base hit. And that extends the inning. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Ground ball left side. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cardinals 1 and the D-backs coming up. You're watching the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, Michael McGreevy. Singy, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great grab on the dive. And very nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Here's Ketel Marte. And a 1-1. That's to third. Slinging it to first in time.
Batting third.
Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. 2 down, bases empty. Gabriel Moreno getting ready to hit. That's a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting fourth. Right fielder.
This is Corbin Carroll. The 1-1. On the ground right side, Weatherholt. And that is that. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail here 1-0. Back here for the Sunday night showcase. Stepping in, Lars Nootbaar. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, Tyler Brock.
Here's the third baseman. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting eighth, center fielder Victor Scott.
And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Hit in the air, center field. Thomas takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker. The 1-1. This one in the air, right field. And that is that. The Cards lead. Back here in the desert, bottom of the second. Alek Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Outside, and the count's full. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the. Here's Nolan Arenado. That one close, ruled the ball. It's 2-2. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges. 1-out man at first. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to Weatherholt, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. It's the Sunday night showcase on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. On the ground right side. Throws to first in time. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. 1-1 now. Burleson recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Liner caught at second. That's a small victory for the pitcher. Not many have tamed him lately. Here's Nolan Gorman. 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. Relay to second, but he's in there easily.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
This one in the air, center field, and that'll do it. Back in the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Here's the left fielder, Ildemaro Vargas. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. On the ground, and foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run, and they get the out. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup, Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And the tying run is on base. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. 2-1 now. There's a line drive to left field. One down. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Makes the catch for the second out.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman.
That's a ball.
Close, but called a ball. And the count is 3-1. That one in there across the letters. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Runner on the go. Pitch almost got him. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder Jordan Walker.
Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That's a laser base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in. The relay in there. He scores. And they lead by 3.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So, runner at second, 2 down. J.J. Weatherholt digs in now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Walker is waved home. The relay to the plate. He'll score, and it's 4-0. Runner at first with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Alec Burleson. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Thomas under it. And that'll do it. Welcome back to the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Ready to go, bottom 4. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Burleson takes it to the bag, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some.
Runner on the move.
No.
Pitches low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Walker tracks it down for the out. 1 left. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ryan Thompson.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him. Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Ripped into left center, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. Out towards right center field. Carroll on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. The 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
On the ground to third, Arenado throws across the diamond, and that's the 3rd out. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these 2 teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Throw to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Snags it for the 2nd out. 2 down, base is empty. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hammered, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits.
Gets him easily, ends the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far.
You are looking at a car. Went to A&D, Mad P, phone mall. The rest history, you know we took it mad far. Rap dude, travel the world like Nat Geo. Work myself through the matrix of Black Neo. Got real, had to pack torpedo. No break bread with your own people. Made peace with it that I couldn't change. And took responsibility instead of passive blame. Anything less lame.
Number 37, the next to hit.
3rd baseman, Tyler Brock.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air as his second hit of the day. And the leadoff man aboard.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent.
Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Gets it there in time, though. And even with his speed, they get the out. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Man at second. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw to first in time. Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. The new pitcher in the game, Paul Sewald.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that's the third out. The Cards leave one. Ketel Marte up to the plate. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He really let that ball travel on the outside part of the plate, but that's a great example that you can still drive the baseball that's away. Rip that one down the line for the double. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. See you later. A two-run homer, and they're chipping away. It's 4-2.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone.
Corbin Carroll getting ready to hit.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now here is Alek Thomas. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Two down, nobody on. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Inning over. Diamondbacks draw a bit closer thanks to this. Back here at Chase Field, top of inning number 7.
Well, they just scored some runs in that last frame, and now they have to make sure they don't cough them up on defense right away. No better time than right now to have a 1-2-3 inning.
The 1-2. Ripped on a line, and there's one down. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. Clark. He's got some good and some bad. The positive is he doesn't walk very many guys. But, Chris, the problem is that he is prone to giving up some homers. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game. But
base hit! Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Here's a ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Base hit right field. Runner from third in to score. And he beats it. He's safe.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 on, 1 out. Runners on the move. There's a ball. And the throw out at third. (3-1) now. Out towards left center. And that is that. Back here in the desert. Manager out of the new pitcher for the Cardinals, Riley O'Brien.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track. The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Got him. Now one away.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Hit on the ground to short. Fires to first in time.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now the left fielder, Ildemaro Vargas. Whips it to first. Inning over. Diamondbacks down quickly. They trail at 5-2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Cade Stroud.
And he's had a struggle so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Back here at Chase Field, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Here's a 1-1. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a ball, line to center. Makes the catch, one down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Grounded to third, could be 2. Here's Marte for 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit in the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
So digging in. Ketel Marte makes a sliding stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two outs, base is empty. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. The next pitch misses, and the count 2-1. Gets him to chase after that one. Hit hard on the ground to short. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Soroka.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Next to hit, Alec Burleson. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. Weatherholt around third. And they're up by 4.
Comes through with the RBI. I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. Took a pitch right on the low outside corner of the zone and just ripped it for a base hit. And that's easier said than done. Man at second.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's got a chance. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, slugging percentage is on the rise.
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Justin Martinez.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to
up the middle. So bases all loaded up. Ivan Herrera and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. The 1-1. Way out front for strike 2. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Andrew Saalfrank, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Next to hit, Lars Nootbaar. Ball to strike. That one ran inside, almost got him. Out towards right center field. Thomas should have this one, and he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 7-2.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman Tyler Ross.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is back at the ballpark as we take a check of the pencil. New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Ryan Fernandez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And the leadoff man aboard.
Got him playing with that pitch, not as far away, but out there a little bit, but he let it.
Burleson. Here's win for 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. Here's Nolan. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit.
People next to me out of their mind. Looking through the light, gonna make you blind. So unsophisticated mankind. Brother plan seems to work. Economic growth is saving the earth. Sing alive, tell me what is it worth? A deeper love from the day of your birth. I start losing it, I'm out of control. Part I'm choosing, part I'm playing the role. They get your money, do they get to your soul? I bet you, honey, what you need is a goal. Now you're in it, you just playing the game. Another minute or a second of fame. Say my name, I'm going up in the flame. Another day, another breath I retain. Don't you wanna breathe? Don't you wanna breathe? Tonight we're in the air. No matter how long we can go. No matter how instead of being blind. Your chip is ready, it's a matter of time. You still think everything is going fine? So-called sophisticated mankind. Freedom used to be worth a lot more. Now it's just a word and a word time for $4 bill or a high score. Y'all got me hot and even got to the core. Tell me how low can you get?